The movie opens in a world already on the edge of collapse. A news report explains that 10 years earlier, a deadly zombie virus swept across the globe. It wasn't a small outbreak. It became a massive war between the living and the dead. Over 2 million people died, and countless others turned into zombies. Cities fell, countries collapsed, and humanity stood seconds away from extinction. To stop the infection, governments made a brutal decision. They bombed entire infected zones, knowing survivors trapped inside would die too. A sacrifice they believed was the only way to save the world. 10 years later, society has rebuilt its walls, but the scars remain everywhere. The news then talks about a famous island hotel known as the Rezort. For the past decade, it has offered a strange kind of entertainment: zombie hunting. This island still contains real zombies, and wealthy guests come for therapy, hunting the undead to release trauma from losing family in the war. But the news report is not promoting the hotel. Instead, it announces a terrifying truth. The resort has accidentally unleashed the zombie threat again, and now the government has activated its final solution to bomb the entire island and erase everything on it. Flashback begins. The movie jumps back a few days. We meet Melanie, a young woman deeply traumatized by the war. She watched her own father turn into a zombie, and that memory has shattered her mental peace. People recommend she visit the resort. Maybe killing zombies might help her heal. She convinces her best friend to go with her. On the way, Melanie meets two gamer boys who won free tickets, and a man whose fiancée left him and is also visiting the resort. At the luxury lounge, Melanie looks out the window and sees a refugee camp run by. A charity called Hope for You, a place for civilians still suffering from the war. She also sees a little girl trying to escape across the river but stopped by her mother. It reminds Melanie that while tourists kill zombies for fun, real people out there are still paying the price. The guests watch a welcome video from the hotel's owner, Valerie, who proudly explains how she turned the disaster into a business and how the resort provides jobs, money, and healing. Next is weapons training. Guests must learn to shoot zombies only in the head. Everyone does well except Melanie. She freezes, remembering her father, and feels she shouldn't have come. At night, Valerie throws a party to show how safe the island is. She even brings a tied zombie on stage and stares into its eyes, proving she isn't afraid. Guests cheer, unaware of the horror ahead. Meanwhile, Sadie, the woman whose wedding was cancelled, sneaks into the control room. She is part of an activist group that believes the resort is immoral. She hacks the computer to expose Valerie's crimes, but without knowing, the device she plugs in uploads a virus into the system. Engineers notice glitches, cameras freeze, security slows down. Terrified of losing their jobs, they stay quiet and try to fix the problem all night, but fail. Next morning, zombie hunting begins. Guests load onto trucks and move outside the safe zone. The rule is simple: never leave the truck. Everyone enjoys the hunt. Melanie lifts her gun, but as she looks through the scope, she sees sorrow in the zombie's eyes, the faint shadow of a human who once lived. She lowers her gun. A soldier shoots the zombie instead. That evening, the group camps behind a barbed fence. Melanie admits she hates zombies but can't kill them. Sadie argues that killing zombies is better than exploiting them for fun. Melanie fears something worse. If I get used to killing monsters, what if I become one? Back in the control room, disaster hits. The system crashes completely. Cameras die. Security doors open. Electric fences shut off. and all zombies break free at once. The resort turns into a slaughterhouse. At the safari camp, trucks lose power. Before they understand what's happening, a massive horde appears. A message flashes on screens. Brimstone protocol activated. This means the government knows zombies are loose, and the island will be bombed soon with no survivors. The group runs. Zombies kill a gamer, and his friend is forced to shoot him. They must now cross the island to reach a boat before the bombs fall. On the way, the soldier realizes Sadie hacked the system. Panicked, she admits she only wanted evidence. She didn't know her device contained a virus. The group wants to abandon her, but Melanie insists they take her along. Inside a narrow hotel corridor, zombies attack. Sadie is bitten and realizes she will turn. She sacrifices herself to save Jack, running into the zombies to distract them. The survivors escape to an industrial zone, where they find suitcases and documents belonging to refugees. Then the horrifying truth hits. Hope for You was never a charity. It was supplying human victims to the resort. Refugees were turned into zombies so wealthy tourists could shoot them for fun. Melanie is shaken. Humans were the real monsters all along. While escaping, Melanie's fiancé abandons her to save himself. A soldier sacrifices his life to protect her. Later, Melanie finds her fiancé infected and dying. He left her to die, but she can't bring herself to hate him. She gives him her gun so he can end his pain. Melanie reaches the control room and finds Valerie destroying evidence. Melanie calls her a monster. Valerie pleads, "Don't fight me. Come to the safe zone." But Melanie attacks her. During the struggle, zombies break in. Valerie, killed by the very monster she created, is bitten. Melanie escapes and reaches the shore. Jets approach overhead. The Brimstone Protocol begins. Bombs rain down, engulfing the island in fire. Melanie leaps into the ocean. 3 weeks later, news reports claim everyone died, but Melanie survived, floating for days in the sea. She uses the flash drive Sadie stole to expose Valerie, the resort, and the fake charity. Melanie refuses interviews. She simply says, "Humans are worse than zombies." Post-credits, a few zombies survive the bombing and swim toward the mainland. The virus humanity sacrificed so much to stop is about to return. The end.